Hello guys, welcome to another video of Microsoft Azure. In this video, we are going to discuss about Azure Resource Mover, a tool which we can use to move our resources or Azure resources in different resource group or different subscription or even in different regions. Okay, so let's begin the video. Here I am in my Azure portal. If you see, Azure Resource Mover is a service. If you type Azure Resource Mover at the top, you will get this service with this name. You will have to open it and you will have to move the resources from here. Basically, you can use this tool to move your resources or move any of your resource in particular subscription, or if you have created some resource in different subscription and you want to move that in another subscription, you can do that with this tool. Same is the case with resource group as well, and same is the case with region as well. If you want to move your resources from east US region to west US region, you can move that with help of this tool. Okay, if you go to move option here, if you want to move resources across the regions, you can add your resources here inside this tab to move the resources across the region. If you click on overview tab, and if you need the details, you can come here and see about each of the, like, where you want to move the resource group or subscription or region. Okay, if you click on move resources, you get three options here: move resources to another subscription, move resources to another resource group, or move resources to another region. If you want to move resources across subscription, select this. If you want to do it across resource group, select the second one. And if you want to move the resources across different regions, you can use this move resources to another region. Okay, there is also the option we get to move the resources. If you go back and open your resource, so suppose I have this public IP address created here, and even from the overview tab you get an option to move the resources. Suppose this is my public IP address, and if you just see beside resource group, I am getting the option to move. If you click on this move as well, it will take you to the same page, or you can say Azure Resource Mover page. Okay, even you can move the region as well, like location if you want to move, or even the subscription. If you want to move all these things, you can, I mean, you will be able to move the resources. Suppose if you want to move the resources in different subscription, if you click on move, you will get all the things like where you want to move the resources. So this is my source subscription and source resource group. And this is asking me to provide the target subscription and target resource group. So here you will have to provide the target subscription and target resource group. And inside this, once you have provided this, this next tab will be enabled. And here in the resources to move, you will have to select your resource, or your resource will be pre-selected because you are moving this resource directly from the resource overview tab. Okay, same is the case with location and resource group. Let me show you for the location as well. So here you can see this is my source and this is the destination region. Whatever region you want to move, you can select it, click on next, and here you can see our public IP resource is already selected here. Okay, if you click on next, it you can review it and you can click on proceed so that it will enable the move of your resource. Okay, now there is another one to move the resources between resource group. We'll select this as well. But let me go ahead in the Azure Resource Mover. Even if you select the resources from the resource overview tab, you will get the same screen whatever you will get here in the Azure Resource Mover, because both are the same tool which Azure uses to move your resources. If you want to move the resources across the region, you can add the resource from here. You will have to add the source region details, and finally you will have to add the destination region details, whatever we had seen while doing it from the resource tab itself. Okay, so it's the same screen we were getting even when we clicked move just beside just beside move button in the resource overview tab. That is nothing but this tab. Okay, same is the case with resource groups as well and subscription as well. So I just told you two options like how you can move the resources. One is directly going from the storage Azure Resource Mover. You can come here, click on Move Resources and select the requirement. If you want to move it to another resource group, you can select the source and destination resource group, and you can select the next, and in the next you can add the resources to move whatever resources you want to move. Okay, let me open this public IP address and let me move this resource to some different resource group. So at this moment I have this public IP inside my ACI-01 resource group. Okay, even from here you can click on move to another resource group, move to another subscription, or move to another region. Now let me click on move to another resource group. Here source resource group is there, ACI-01, and in the resource group, destination resource group, we'll have to select the new one. So suppose new hyphen 01 is my destination resource group. You can even create the new resource group as well, but if you have this already, you can select the existing one. If you click on next, you will get the resource added already here. Okay, if you open this tab from the Azure Resource Mover, this resource will not be added here. You will have to click on add resource, and you will have to add your resource inside this resources to move section, so that Azure will add the resource which you want to move here, and it will generally validate everything, all the dependencies, and it will just check for the some time, like it generally takes few minutes, couple of minutes, or maybe it will take more than that. It depends, time depends on the resources or the number of resources you are moving. Okay, so I will give you an example. So suppose you are moving a virtual machine in different region or different subscription or different resource group. So before moving the virtual machine, there should be some dependent resources as well which should be moved. For example, network interface. If any public IP address is associated with the virtual machine, that should be moved. Your virtual network should be moved. Your subnets and all, everything should be moved before moving the virtual machine. So it will take and it will check for all the dependencies, like whatever should be moved. If something is wrong or something cannot be moved, it will just throw you an error, and you will have to resolve that error to successfully move the resource. Okay, since we are just moving one public IP address, there is no dependency in this, so this should get successful because we don't have any dependent resources. If you have any dependent resources, you will have to move them as well, otherwise you cannot move the actual resource. Because even if you have moved the actual resource and You didn't move the dependent resources, your resource in the new subscription or new region or new resource group might not work. That's why you will have to first move the dependencies, then you will have to move the actual resource. If you see here, our validation has succeeded, and this is now allowing me to click on next and move this resource. If you get some error here itself, you will have to see the error details, and again you will have to fix those errors. Or if it is asking to move the dependent resource, you will have to select the dependent resources as well, and you will have to move it. Now let me click on next. This is giving me the summary, like what is my source subscription, source resource group, and what will be my target subscription and target resource group. How many resources we are moving, everything is being shown here. Okay, here you will have to check this box. I understand that tools and scripts associated with moved resource will not work until I update them to use new resource ID. So if you have used resource ID of your resources, suppose in this case public IP, then you will have to go there and use the new resource ID, because if you move this resource in different subscription or different resource group, one new resource ID will be generated and you will have to use that resource ID. Okay, now let me click on move. So this will start moving the resources. This is still moving. A message has been printed here. Successfully moved public -01 from resource group ACI -01 in this subscription to resource group new in subscription this one. Okay. Now this is still in progress, but let me go ahead and try to refresh this page and see if this has completed or not. Okay, so our public IP address is still in the old resource group because this is still not completed. Let me go back and click on this resource group and check for the deployments. You can see the status is moving resources. If you see here in the deployments, I think you should see the status as well. Okay, we don't have anything here. Let me open the public IP address and check if this is moved or not. This is still in ACI 01. Let's wait for some time and we'll see if this has been moved or not. Okay, again let me open this public IP and this resource group, and you can see the message we are still getting is moving resources. If you want to move multiple resources from the resource group itself, you can also come here inside your resource group and you can also click on move to another region, move to another subscription, or move to another resource group. You will have to select the resources whatever you want to move. Click on move and you can select it, move to another resource group, move to another subscription, or move to another region. So this will also take you to the same page like whatever we are getting while doing it from Azure Resource Mover. Okay, so this is basically the tool to move your resources from this platform. Like if you want to move across subscription, across resource group, and across the regions. Let me go to the resource group, and this is still moving the resources. Okay, we will come back once this is complete, and I will show you how this has completed successfully and how this has been moved to the new resource group. If you see here inside this my ACI-01 resource group where I had my public IP address, you can see public IP address is deleted from here, or basically you can say moved from here, because we just had initiated moving the resource with Azure Resource Mover. If you click on activity log, you will see all the activities from here. If you see move resource group resources, this has succeeded, that is 3 minutes ago. And you can see the status as well. Move resource group resources, this has started, accepted, started, and finally the succeeded. Okay, once this is moved, this will delete the IP address from here. And if you go to the new resource group, that is nothing but new hyphen 01, you will see the resources inside this resource group. Let me refresh the page, and you can see this public IP created here. If you go to the activity log here, even in this new resource group, you can see create or update public IP addresses, which has succeeded 5 minutes ago. In here, the public IP address has been created inside this new resource group. So like this, if you use Azure Resource Mover, you can move the resources between regions, subscription, and resource groups. Okay, if you open the public IP address which we just have moved, you can see the new resource group has been updated here. Initially this was in ACI-01, but now this has been moved to new-01 resource group. Okay, so this is how you can move any type of resources, that can be either with dependent resources or maybe they can be independent resources. You can use this tool, or you can use Azure Resource Mover service to move your resources across region, across resource group, and across subscription. Okay, that's it from this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any feedback or suggestions, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.